Hey everyone, welcome back to Queued Up. Today we have an absolute ray of sunshine. Jolie Chatfield joining the podcast.
Hi.
You've had 10 years of experience in creative industries. You're a bit of jack of all trades. You say so yourself?
Oh, I guess.
And you started your career in fashion and in costume, and you're now freelancing in the music industry. Well, thanks for joining me. And can you tell me a little bit about how you go from fashion to music?
Oh my goodness. By accident, really.
I think that's everything, right?
Literally. It feels like life's just like a Tarantino movie. Like the story's propelled by unfortunate events. So I studied fashion design at uni. And while I was at uni, I was also working as a singer in a pub. So I kind of had a lot of friends in music. Yeah.
Huh.
So I did that for like 6.5 years. I was at uni a long time. I just, kept.
Like 6 years is pretty normal.
Yeah. I just kept changing course. Started studying film and television and then law, and then I landed on fashion. But throughout all those degrees, I met so many people in like different worlds doing different things. And while I was still at uni, some of my film friends while I was studying fashion were starting to direct music videos. And so I was asked to do costuming for some Brisbane bands like the Jungle Giants and Ballpark Music and Hatchie and other bands that are still doing really well today, which is really fun, really nice. Anyway, so I kind of kept on the fashion lane after uni, and eventually the fashion company I was working for just dissolved. And I was talking to one of my friends who was a live music photographer about it, freaking out. And she was like, I'm just going to send you jobs that I see. And she just kept sending me jobs in the music industry because that was her world.
Yeah.
And I just applied for one and I got it. It was working as a management assistant for Powerhouse Management. I still work for them today. And I've just collected more people and more experience along the way.
Amazing.
It's been nice.
I didn't know about you doing the costuming for those music videos.
That's
so cool. What songs, what music videos?
I did costume. I was also in a couple of them.
Ooh.
So I was in the music video for She's a Riot by the Jungle Giants in 2011 or 2012 or something. And then I did costuming for Creepy Cool, Kooky Eyes, Feel the Way I Do, all for the Jungle Giants. And then Without a Blush for Hatchie. I did some production design. I made a couple of costumes for Hands Off My Body by Ballpark. Yeah.
Did you, at any of those moments, think, oh, this is something that I'd really want to do in the future? Did you find the excitement in making costumes, creating a world in music videos?
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of why I started studying fashion design, because I had this idea of I'd already studied film and I really liked the film world. I just felt like it wasn't quite right for me. And the whole fashion side of it, I just felt like music videos were a good little alignment in all of my interests, film, fashion, music.
It's all of them coming together. And I love music videos. I think as a whole, they're such a fascinating concept, and you can see them done on a big scale, but also even on the smaller scale, creating those little worlds. And, I'm a music artist myself. So when you write a song, you think about how is this going to look and what's the story and how am I going to show the audience everything that I've been writing about in video format. So I really find, music videos are so exciting to me.
Totally. It's kind of sad that people are moving away from music videos now, and more towards just visualizers. Which is still fun. It's still nice that you can create that visual world for music. But it's so expensive, I guess, to make music videos, and it feels like a sunk cost a little bit.
Yeah. I think one person who's doing it really well at the moment is Sabrina Carpenter. If you've seen her music videos, she leads on to the next one at the end of the one before. And I find that so smart. But I obviously understand that, they're so expensive these days. And for an independent artist, for it to be sustainable, a visualizer is a much better option. But it's such a cool format. You mentioned obviously that you're now working for Powerhouse Management in the management area. I am a fan of some of the clients, Blusher being one of them, and then obviously Greta Ray.
Yes.
Both icons of the Australian scene. What campaigns have you worked on with them, and what has really excited you about working at Powerhouse?
Well, with Powerhouse, I started with them almost 3 years ago. So I was able to be part of Greta Ray's sophomore album campaign, Positive Spin, and like go on tour and stuff with her, like go to some of the shows, and, you know, help with music videos and that sort of stuff back on set where I'm happy. And with Blusher, I do a lot of stuff for Blusher. Last year I got to tour manage them in America for about a month and a half. So we're on the road for like 30-something days, played like 20-something shows in that period of time, driving. It was crazy, you know.
How's tour life?
Oh my
Is
God.
it just how they explain it to me?
Yeah. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear? Jesus.
Yeah, go for it. I feel like it'd be no routine.
Yeah.
It's my nightmare.
It's exhausting, but it's like you're running on adrenaline.
Yeah.
The whole time that like then at the end you just collapse.
Was it a bus tour?
We were driving in a van.
Oh,
so
wow, okay.
we didn't have the luxury of sleeping while we were on the road.
Yeah.
It was like you'd play a show. There was one night in particular. We played in, I think, Toronto, and we'd been driving 5 hours that morning from Montreal to Toronto. After Toronto, we had to drive 4 hours to cross the border into Detroit, so that we would be able to then drive another 4 hours to Chicago the next day before that show. Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
And did you guys have a driver? Were you all taking turns in driving?
We had a gorgeous, lovely front of house sound engineer, Arnie.
That drove the whole way.
He drove the whole way.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a legend.
MVP.
Literally MVP. God bless Arnie. We would have died without Arnie.
Oh my goodness. And I think Blusher is so cool as well because they produce all their own music, don't they?
They do, yeah. Yeah. So
I've watched them for a few years now. I just think it's so cool to see this female like girl group rocking the world. Just, you know, touring in America, producing their own music. I think I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
hell
exactly.
to the yes.
Exactly. They're like the bloody Powerpuff Girls of the music industry. They're
such a good descriptive for them.
They're cute little superheroes. I love them.
And you've done costume design for them as well?
Yeah. I've made some costumes for them for the stage.
Yeah.
Which was really very sweet of them to ask me to do. Yeah, they ended up wearing them when they opened up for the Sugar Babes and on their first ever little headline shows in Australia, which was an honour.
The Sugar Babes.
The Sugar Babes.
God. Do you have any like behind the scenes stories from the tour that are fun and exciting and shareable?
Oh my God.
Anything that comes to your mind?
Oh my God. What? It's all left me.
Is that a sign of a good tour? Just
maybe.
all leaves your mind?
Yeah.
You never think about it again?
Probably. It's just all such a blur. You just don't have time to take any of it in, really.
Yeah. It's like get up, get ready for the show, do the show, go back to sleep.
Yeah, literally. Well, it was the thing about this tour was that we were so like go, go, go.
Yeah.
In America that there were some cities where we were only in the city for like 4 hours.
Wow.
Or like 4 or 5 hours, you know, get there, sound check, play the show, head back on the road while the main act's still playing. So it really like most of the experiences were in the van. We named the van, I think we named it Evangelina Jolie. There are a lot of names bouncing around, but I think it was Evangelina Jolie, yeah.
I love giving a car a persona. Yeah. And making it a human.
Yeah, queen.
Like every time I get in my car, I'm like, oh, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
I remember once I had my my license plate stolen, like out the front of my house.
Sorry? What?
And I didn't realize I had such personal attachment to my license plate number.
Was it custom or it was just
Okay. I was just really attached to it.
For sure.
And I did not know until I had it stolen. I was like, I think I'm in mourning for my license plate.
Yeah. God
which is
bless.
Not music related.
You didn't get it back?
Never got it back. I think it's probably somewhere in the abyss somewhere. It's okay. I'm attached to my new one now. So it's been a few years.
friendship ended with old license plate.
Yeah.
Now new license plate is my best friend.
Yeah. Do you find that like working in music, going on tours, and then obviously you're seeing them perform opening acts, and then obviously there's the headliner. Do you find that your work in music impacts what you listen to in your personal life and your personal taste?
Yeah,
Have
totally.
you found that changing as you've got further into the industry?
Yeah, I think so. I always listened to a lot of Australian musicians.
Yeah.
But it's the more that I work in the industry, especially because my other work is with Positive Feedback, which is a PR and brand partnerships agency. And the roster at that company is like changing all the time because, you know, campaigns only last so long. So I just find myself listening to smaller and smaller Australian artists, which is great for me because, you know, I'm discovering all the great new music. I'm ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
all
You
the
sent
time.
you sent me one the other day, Del Watergap.
Oh, yeah.
And I went down a bit of a hole. I think I emailed you back like 2 hours later. I was like, I've just been down a rabbit hole.
You did. You did.
But I was like, oh my gosh, their Leica version's so amazing.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of them before.
Yeah. Well, he's out of America, and he had a really big song, I think a few years ago, called Ode to a Conversation Stuck in Your Throat. Stuck in my throat, stuck in your throat. I don't know. Anyway, huge hit. Went crazy on TikTok.
Wow.
But he's total little heartthrob vibes as well.
Yeah, he was
He's
doing that when I was watching the TikTok. Another one that myself and my colleagues are obsessed with is Don West.
Yes, we've been looking into Don West as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
I remember
I love when they like package something so well, you know?
so well. And I
It's
did
like-
not expect that voice to come out of that man.
Totally. Mamma mia, Donnie, boy.
I remember the first I heard of Don West was we went to the APRA Awards at the start of this year, and he was just walking around with the coolest swagger I have ever seen anyone living on this planet.
Yeah.
And then I was like, he's in the soul category? Wow.
Oh.
And then I went to go listen to his music and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like packaged so well, branded so well.
Totally.
Everything about him. I'm like, he's got pop star energy.
Totally. I haven't seen him play live, but I'd be interested.
Apparently he's really, really good.
Slay.
Pulls a massive crowd.
Slay.
Yeah. But obviously you mentioned Positive Feedback, which you also work for.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it really interesting that you've kind of got your hands in two areas of the music industry that kind of overlap and work together. It's almost like the management side is the side usually talking to the public relations and the PR team. So how do you find working on both of those sides at once?
I think it's given me a better perspective to like empathize with the other side in like both scenarios, you know, like I feel like in PR a lot of the job is just like chasing and begging and saying, please feature this artist.
You never have to beg to me. It's like
no, actually very grateful for you, Nikki. You saved my life. Yeah, PR is first of all, it's a lot about relationships and like meeting people and making connections, but sometimes it can feel like, oh God, like, please reply to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to help this artist. I'm just trying to get them something, you know, to share their music. But also sometimes it's like you'll request something from a manager and you'll say like, oh, we need these questions answered for this publication. And maybe you'll have to like chase them a little bit for it. But, you know, I feel like without the experience working in management, you could easily get like frustrated maybe, being like, why aren't you replying to me? Or like, isn't this important to you sort of thing? But it's, you know, there's so many, having worked in management as well and currently also working in management, it's not as simple as just like sending it to the artist. There's like lots of layers of communication and logistics of different things. And maybe they're on tour or maybe they're rehearsing for something or maybe they're in the studio with blah, blah, blah. And there's like, you know, you just got to be patient with everybody. And yeah, I think that's probably helped with that.
I had never like thought about it in that way because I've obviously never been in management, but from my perspective, I look at it as someone who has been an artist who was emailing people and just going, please respond to me.
Totally.
So whenever I get an email, I attempt to reply to everything, cold call emails, all that sort of stuff as well. Because I'm like, that's all I wanted was someone to just reply to me.
Totally.
It sounds really sad now.
Yeah.
But you're just going, please listen to my music. Please give me a chance. So when I reply or listen to things, it's the least I could do.
For sure.
So that's the perspective that I have because
Yeah.
of the other side of the industry I work on, which is why I think that, people working across a multitude of different parts is really valuable.
Totally. Yeah. I kind of like I'm getting the goss from both ends.
You're like, what's the tea?
What's up?
Yeah, I think most people in the industry have probably, crossed paths, gone to different places, and have an understanding of why things operate the way they do. But,
totally.
I
think when you're first starting out, it's something you got to learn, I think.
Yeah, I think that there's so much to learn, and I talk about this all the time, but there's no clear path. Like if you want to be a doctor, you go to uni, you get your degree, and then obviously you work as a doctor for a few years and you find out your specialty, and then you go into apply for the course for the specialty. In the music industry, it's so all over the place.
Yeah.
And everyone you ask, they're like, oh, well, I did it this way and like this happened. And there's no set path. So
totally.
It's just about not being afraid to try something and, go, this could actually lead me somewhere. For me, like I dropped out of university and was like, I guess I'll do something. And then ended up here. So I think there's so many different paths, and I love that you've come from a creative background in fashion, and then brought that in to what you're doing. Because I could imagine that the fashion background, building concepts, building ideas, worlds would lean heavily into like campaigns and like brand collaborations.
Yeah, it definitely helps with like all my fashion experience on set can then be translated to on set for music as well, like call sheets and the logistical side of it as well as the creative side of it, or even down to like being the person like at a photo shoot who's like gonna jump in and like adjust the thing like just naturally instead of like having to remind yourself that like, oh, that's something that needs to be, needs to be perfect.
Yeah, I can see how that can all relate, and even in managing people and being involved in the management of artists, them building their brand and their persona and what they want to look like and how they want to be perceived by the world would all be extremely helpful having that fashion background.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I hope so. I hope I've helped my girlies and Blusher and Greta a little bit. Yeah. I mean, well, no, I know that I have because I've made so many of Blusher's posters. It's scary.
Yes, girl.
I'm on Photoshop as well, guys.
She's on everything.
Yeah.
Photoshop, fixing fashion.
I'm doing it all.
But yeah, it's like perception of their brand, and Blusher has such a strong brand identity.
They do, yeah. Well, they plan it like that. They are very good with setting things out, and they have like big documents that they put together at the start of their eras, I guess, in the lead up to them.
Very Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
I'm like the resident Swiftie at my workplace. So
all it takes is eras and you go, I'm in she is.
I'm like, whenever a new album comes out, I'm the most annoying person ever. But that's okay. I just take it in my stride. I used to feel a little bit of shame about it when I was younger.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, no.
How do you feel about the life of a showgirl?
Ooh. The life of a showgirl. It's not what I was expecting based on the marketing. I am listening to it on repeat. Like I have found myself going back to it. So I can't say that I don't like it. But I feel like it was advertised as a really like glittery, it was going to be like super Max Martin-y, because obviously Max Martin and Shellback are the producers. And I feel like the sounds and the motifs are a little bit more gloomy than I expected.
Yeah.
If that's a way to describe it.
Yeah.
Like there's more mystery, and I just thought it was going to be sparkle and glitter. Thank you for asking me that question.
I know. I just feel like I saw a twinkle in your eyes. I was like, she's going to want to talk about this.
I feel like it's not probably really a controversial take. I feel like that's probably a very common take, but you also can't say that it hasn't been a successful album because it's broken every record possible.
Totally. Yeah.
But
look, I think that Taylor Swift has written some really good songs, but I haven't kept up enough to know all the lore and know all of the. I guess it's probably an album that is for her hardcore fans.
100%. And I think that, like, for me, I'm such a Swiftie, but I'm also such a lover of discovering music. Like, I can find an artist, fall in love with a song, and just go into their whole discography. And I'm sure you're probably the same. And I'd love to know that how you discover music. Do you feel like you are leaning more into the digital world, or are you still going to gigs and finding people that you didn't know about?
I mean, for convenience, I find a lot of music online. Yeah. Like, the algorithm is so kind to me sometimes. It'll just feed me something on TikTok and I'll say, sorry? What's that? Oh my God, I love it. And then I'll just, go and look them up on Spotify, save them to my playlists, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I will say that seeing bands live, if I heard a song and I was like, yeah, it's all right, and then I go see them live, the live show is what will turn me into a fan rather than just like a passive listener. Yeah. Like a few years ago at Laneway, I remember seeing this band called Yard Act from the UK. Okay. And they were playing it like, they're this like post-punk band. Really cool. They were playing at like 2 p.m. and it was like the first act we saw when we got there. And I'd like listened to a couple of their songs before. But after seeing their live act, I was like, that's incredible. Like, and I went home and I listened to like their whole album like on repeat. And even now, like I'll get in like Yard Act phases. I'll like go on my morning walk and I'm just like listening to nothing but Yard Act for like an hour and a half. What
causes a Yard Act phase? Is there a trigger? Oh no.
I don't know. Could be anything. It could be anything.
Just rage.
Could be as simple as hearing a Northern English accent. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my God. Yorkshire.
It's time.
It's exactly.
Do you find that like the reason you love live acts like that and the reason you connect with them is the stage presence? Like what about it? What about those live gigs?
I think it's the stage presence for sure. But also like I think the community of like going to a live show and like being in the room with other people who are just like having a fucking sick time. It just makes me connect with the songs more and like associating then like memories with that artist as well. If I'm there with my friends and we've had a great night and I'm like, oh, then later on then I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, that was such a good night. Remember that time? I'm going to listen to that artist again because it reminds me of that.
Yeah, building connection through the music. I find that I enjoy local gigs so much more now.
Oh, yeah.
Like the intimacy of them and everyone there and connecting over this artist.
Totally.
This small Aussie artist. And there's so much amazing Australian music and so many of them are such good live performers.
Yeah.
It just blows me away. And I find those gigs so special. Some of my favorite venues is like Northcote Theatre is really good, Northcote Social Club. And then obviously get bigger with like the Forum and all those things. So I feel like those smaller venues where you go with your mates and you have a good time. And I always show up for the opening acts.
Yeah.
And when I'm like one of those Karens in their opening acts when the people are talking too loud. I'm like, guys,
shut up.
Listen.
Literally.
Because I just think it's so amazing and there's so many people out there trying to give it their all and give it a shot. And so many of them are so amazing. I went to Big Sound, which is, for the listeners and the viewers, one of the biggest music conferences in Australia. We both went this year, but my first year at Big Sound, I went and I saw Alexia.
She's incredible.
And I remember walking out and going, that girl's got something. Like that moved me.
Totally.
Her lyrics, the way that she performed it on stage. And now just to see her coming out with all this amazing music, gosh, she's so good. She's going to be something, like she's it. She is it.
No, she's huge. The first time I heard, she was one of the artists that popped up on my algorithm.
Yeah.
Rather than like me hearing about her outside of that or like going to a show. I remember like just seeing her on TikTok was enough for me to be like,
yeah,
amazing.
I'm like,
follow.
Oh, how does she make this so catchy?
What the hell?
I'm listening it for the 57th time now. What's going on?
Literally.
Yeah.
I went and saw another act that I, again, found via the algorithm called Toy Shaw. I don't know if you've heard of.
Never.
Yeah. So she's Nam artist. I think she's originally from New Zealand, but she played at the Workers Club, and that was I think one of her or the first headline show she'd played a couple months ago, and it was incredible. The room was packed. She sold out of merch before she'd even finished playing.
And Workers Club's pretty big for your first headline to pack it out.
Yeah. It was incredible. She was playing banjo on stage. She had a violin player.
I love it.
As well, but it was like crazy like techie violin rather than like traditional kind of like stuff. And then also I think electric guitar or bass, one of them.
All the strings.
Yeah. Crazy. Plus she was on keys for bits and her voice is incredible. Anyway, obsessed with her. Shout out Toy Shaw.
Okay, that's a great recommendation. I'm going to have to go listen to her after we finish this because I am partial to a bit of banjo.
Me too.
Country music in general, but anything that brings in those elements, I'm like,
yeah.
I shall go.
Well, I was with a friend, and she'd never heard of her before, and when she came out, she was like, "I feel like honored to have been in that room." Like she's gonna do such big things, like the same vibe as what you had with Alexia.
10 years time, I'll be saying that I was in that room before she was famous.
Exactly.
Do you feel like obviously you've mentioned that you have found a few artists through the algorithm. Do you see any trends in the work that you do and in any artist campaigns of what's been working well for artists in their releases?
It's hard because it's like, I feel like the algorithm, she's not merciful.
No.
She picks and she chooses. And it's kind of hard to like really figure out how to like manipulate the algorithm to your own benefit. I think it's honestly just a matter of trying lots of different things and then seeing what works. But also I think with anything on social media, the more people that you know in real life who are doing what I guess you're trying to do, their profiles, then it feels shitty and social climbery. But it's like if you happen to have a friend who is also a musician and they're also trying to do the same thing and you're interacting with each other's work, then that kind of like helps boost you in the algorithm a little bit. That's what my experience of it has been.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, you've got to do what you got to do on social media to grow.
Totally.
I remember I used to be, this is so off topic, but I used to be a brunch blogger. I used to
What?
Okay,
let's go to brunch sometime.
I used to go to cafes and they would basically give me free food to take photos of it and post it on my Instagram. But the way we would grow those accounts is we'd all go together and tag each other and share each other's posts and like make it a group event. And there was about 10 of us girls and we'd go out every weekend and stand on tables and take photos of eggs and
Stop. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
This was a side quest in 2019.
I would have picked that.
For me, I saw that doing it as a group and supporting each other and understanding what each other was going through, and it wasn't cringe because I think a lot of artists struggle with the concept of them posting on social media being cringe.
Totally.
So when you've got people around you supporting you and going, we're all doing this together, I think that can be really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. I have friends who are musicians who'll go and do like content days together as well. It'll just like it like forces them to like do it, especially if they're not someone who takes to that naturally.
Yeah.
It helps to have a friend.
Yeah, I think
Friend that's
especially
also
these
doing
days now, as being an artist has become, you've basically running a brand. Like I often say to my friends that you got to think of it like building a startup. Like you're starting from the ground up and you're everyone. You're the social media manager. You're the head of finance. You're building a brand, and it's just you and your art is the product.
Yeah.
And obviously social media is now a part of that, and it didn't used to be, but there's trade-offs with everything. I think, back in the day, it was harder to get into the industry because there was golden gates, and, you had to get a record deal, and you had to be part of a record company, and you had to sign big advances and all this sort of stuff. But now you can be independent, but there's also the social media that you have to do.
Yeah.
So I think there's a trade-off there, and people can feel really uncomfortable in front of a camera. So it's just finding what works, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess the other part of it is that you almost have to treat the social media side like a full-time job.
Yeah.
You have to be interacting with it constantly.
Yeah, because algorithm's brutal, and if you don't interact, it's like, girl, bye.
Literally. Literally. It's so sad. It's so depressing.
Like a toxic boyfriend.
I know. I really personally want to delete TikTok.
Yeah.
So bad. I want it out of my life. I want it gone.
Yeah.
But I can't because I need to know what's going on
to
help people with their social media strategies. And I feel like a lot of artists probably feel that way too. It's like a cruel mistress.
Yeah, I think it's so hard to be expected to be creative in so many different outlets of your life.
Totally.
And being creative on TikTok is obviously just another one where you have to feel vulnerable. And songwriting and being a musician and putting out original music is such a raw, vulnerable experience that often artists just feel like they can't do anymore. They're like, that is what I have for the world.
Yeah.
But I agree on the TikTok side of things. I think that sometimes I'm like, what am I doing on this app? Like I'll end up on cow hoof cleaning videos.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm like,
that's actually so zen to me.
Like, why am I here?
If I have to be on TikTok, I want to be on the cow hoof cleaning videos. I want cow hoof cleaning. I want weird little dogs doing weird little things. And honestly, I don't mind a bit of the weird slime videos, the weird soap cutting videos.
I was going to say the soap cutting ones.
It's a nice palate cleanser after just like horrible thing.
Yeah. I get a few of the ones where people are like coloring in drawings or
like, wow.
And all you hear is the texter.
And then you get a tarot card reader.
Yeah.
The next one.
It's very random.
Yeah.
I feel like my TikTok algorithm is so random that I never know what I'm going to find on there. It's either Harry Styles running a marathon.
Huge.
Or cows.
Huge.
Or sometimes feet.
Okay.
I'm like, why
you as a foot girl? All right. Okay.
I'm like, why am I getting
Nikki.
a podiatrist trimming someone's toenails?
Nummies.
Like, where am I? Oh my goodness! But it's such the wild west that trying to make sure your content performs on there, impossible. Like to predict.
It's almost like you have to lean into it and just not make all of your content about music. Have some things about feet, guys. Get on the train, the feet trend.
But it's so true. I have someone I know who's actually a musician here in Melbourne. Her artist name's Sydney. Do you know Sydney? And she was doing TikTok for a long time and obviously really putting effort in, and then started posting wedding covers because she's a wedding singer. And that's what blew up.
Yeah.
And she's massive now. And I'm like, those sorts of things, you got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
What else is related to your life that you can do so people can connect with you as a person?
Yeah. I guess you've got to think about it as like the viewer as well. Like, why would someone stop and listen to my original music if they don't know anything about me?
Yeah, if they don't know I like feet.
If they don't know that I like feet, how are they, I guess I'll have to put my best foot forward in front of the camera and then just sing my little song.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. I think Absolutely. It's get to know the person and then people connect with your music.
Totally.
People seem to forget that with all of these big artists that we know and love, we grew up with them and we came to understand them as people, and you know, their music was obviously something that they shared. But now all of the new artists that are coming, it's their social media and their life and you know, what they're doing on the weekend, and that's how people connect and how people establish a bond and will then like your music. It's just times have changed, and unfortunately you can be quite vulnerable sometimes, which I sympathize with so much. But TikTok is the place to just show you as a person, and it doesn't always have to be about the music.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been posting on TikTok a little bit.
Have you?
Just here and there.
She's a star.
But the ones that perform best are the ones where I look like trash. I'm talking absolute trash. Or I'm like, whatever it is, isn't actually that interesting. I put minimal effort into it. Yeah. And people are like, oh, relatable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see myself in her.
I had a TikTok blow up once that was me reacting to someone make a rice paper roll. Wow. It got 2.5 million views.
2.5 million on you just going.
And I got so many hate comments in different languages.
Oh my God, she's internationally detested because of the rice paper roll reaction. Wow.
Yeah, so that's my claim to fame.
She's famous.
But it's been so good to have you on today. And I thought to wrap it up, we'd ask some quick-fire questions.
Hit me.
Ready? They're not hard, don't worry. What was the first concert you ever went to? I feel like this tells a lot about a person.
Oh, you mean like that I like chose to go to that wasn't like the Wiggles?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think it was Simple Plan with the Getaway Plan and Short Stack opening.
Wow. What a lineup.
At the Brisbane Entertainment Centre in like 2008, 2007 or something.
Wow, that's so much better than mine.
What's yours?
It's like One Direction.
Why is Simple Plan better than One Direction? Oh my God, Nikki.
I feel like Simple Plan is...
Don't you love Harry Styles?
I do.
He keeps running on your TikTok for you. He's asking for your attention, girl.
He's running that under 3 hour marathon.
Exactly. He's doing that for you, Nikki. And you don't even sing his praises and say, I loved my first concert, One Direction.
It was actually fantastic. I couldn't hear for 3 days afterwards. The stadium shook. Like, it was incredible. What's an album that has changed your life?
An album that has changed my life. That's heavy. I'm going to say Blue Planet Eyes by The Preachers. That one was, I've listened to that album probably more than any other album in existence.
When was the first time you heard it?
When did it come out? Like 2014 or something?
Yeah.
I think it was like 2014 probably. And I remember being at a party and I just heard I'd heard Is This How You Feel? Like earlier that day for the first time. And I went to like a party that night and like all I could think about was like
this
The
has
Preachers.
Changed my life.
It's like, guys, we need to focus here. Like, okay, we could be dancing, we could be singing, but we need to be thinking about The Preachers.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, these aren't very quick fire. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. And then finally, what's your coffee order?
Oh, Nikki, you're going to hate this. I don't drink coffee. Yeah, so people make fun of me for it, but when I go for a, quote, coffee,
what do you get?
Depends how I feel. Sometimes I'll get a little hot chucky. Sometimes a little iced chucky if it's hot. Or like a juice. Lately, though, I've been getting into the green tea. See, this is the thing. When you're not drinking coffee, the world's your oyster. You can
so many options.
Anything.
Do you like matcha?
I'm not really a matcha girly. Are you a matcha girly?
I'm more coffee, but I drink a matcha.
Fair. That's so fair.
I like to treat myself to my little coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Go on my little walk.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on. I feel like this has been such a fun chat.
Thanks for
We've
having
covered
me.
So many things.
So many things. More things than I expected.
Music, Harry Styles, feet. I feel like we've gone from here to here.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on Queued Up and for being a guest on our podcast. It's
Thanks
been
for
lovely
having
chatting
me.
with you. And where can people find you?
Instagram at Foxymoron.
Yeah, and we'll have that in the show notes for people to click on and go and find you and
That's me.
give you a little stalky stalk.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Hey.